All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Waking up this morning, I wasn't sure what I was gonna talk about. Okay, because my favorite anime is coming out tomorrow, and I don't really have anything I'm watching right now. Oh yeah, there is Kanata no Astra though, which I think I'm gonna talk about eventually. I haven't watched it in a bit. I'm kind of just piling up the episodes because it's one of those mystery animes, and you know, with mystery stuff, if you're not really, it kind of sucks with mystery because it's annoying to wait every week when it comes to a mystery anime. You know, the anticipation, the wondering, you know, who was a traitor and all of that. It was way too much. So I've been piling up the episodes since like the 4th. So I think I'm gonna watch all of that, you know, today, and probably put up a video sometime next week. But apart from that, what I want to talk about today is, so basically what happened today was I woke up this morning, okay, because like I said, I didn't know what I was going to talk about, and I woke up this morning and I basically saw this news that this MangaRock is gonna close down. Okay, now if you don't know what MangaRock is, then you're in the anime community or manga community, then you're probably living under a rock. Either that or you're Japanese. Either that or you're a very good person, like literally like the goodest person there is in this world. You're so pure, and I'm envious of you, okay? Because what MangaRock is this site where people go to read manga illegally, you know, or as I say, you know, basically where people go to read manga, because outside of the States, probably UK, it's next to impossible to get manga legally anywhere else. Like, I live in Nigeria, okay? And if you're looking for manga, literally the only way to get manga in this country is to, you know, read it online. Either that or you could order it. But again, it's very difficult to get stuff here ordered because the shipping things to Nigeria, you could buy something worth $2 and end up with a shipping fee of about $50. So yeah, getting things down here is way too difficult. So basically everyone, you know, pirate shit, you know, we get things illegally. It is how it is down here in Nigeria. What can we do? You know, it's not just Nigeria, basically everywhere in the world that isn't, you know, the West. You know, most of us, that's how we get our shit. That's how we get our manga and anime fix. So anyway, as I was saying, going back to this news, okay, so I read that MangaRock is gonna close down, and the reason is because there was this scathing kind of, should I call it what's this word? You know, this scathing review. No, it's not really a review, but you know, kind of destroying the culture of piracy, of, you know, manga piracy and the rest, by this director of some manga company like that, manga publisher or something like that. You know, he basically gave this whole review saying that piracy is, you know, destroying the manga economy, that it's not letting manga artists get food, you know, get money to pay the bills and stuff like that. And you know, I'm down with that, okay? I'm down with that sentiment that, in a way, people who pirate, you know, because we don't pay, it means the mangakas don't get the money. But here but at the same time, I don't get down with it, because I know from experience that people who usually pirate shit, they do it because they literally have no other choice. Because, you know, if I'm pirating something, the chances are I was never going to buy that shit in the first place. Okay, because like I said, for us down here in Nigeria and in most African states, countries, you know, we can't get manga easily. Like, it's next to impossible for you to get a manga down here. So the only way for you to get manga down here is, you know, to pirate that shit, okay? So in that sense, you know, there's no point, you know, deleting all these piracy sites, because yeah, people who pirate probably weren't going to buy that shit in the first place. At the same time, it's not like piracy doesn't help, okay? Because piracy, in a funny way, actually promotes shit a lot. And I'm not talking about that bullshit where artists, rich people tell up and coming artists, you know, free exposure and all that bullshit. No. This is real shit, okay? Let me give an example, okay? Like, look now, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, and the rest of this shit, okay, they made waves in Nigeria, and 99% of everyone, 99.9999999% of everyone who watched that shit watched it illegally. I don't care what they come out and say later. Someone might tell you that they bought this DVD bullshit. Okay, every single CD and DVD people bought in Nigeria of Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and the rest of those, the big ones back then, they were all fake. They were all, sorry, not fake. They were all pirated shit. Okay, just people burned that shit into CDs and sold them in Nigeria. Okay. So we watched that. We got hooked on Naruto. We got hooked on One Piece. And what happened is now when we traveled abroad for vacay and stuff like that, when we saw One Piece paraphernalia everywhere, the posters, the action figures, stuff like that, we rushed that shit. Okay, we bought it. All right. Some parents bought One Piece, PJs for their kids and stuff like that. But the bedrock, the reason all that happened was because we pirated that bullshit to start with. It's the same thing with the PS2, okay? It's the same reason why Sony won the war in Nigeria and in most of Africa, won the console war, okay? The reason isn't just because of Sony exclusives, because those are good, but the reason, as of PS2 and Xbox, the console exclusives thing wasn't really that big yet. It wasn't really the defining point. What won the PS2 war in Nigeria was basically the fact that, as a Nigerian, 99% all of us, there's this thing we call chipping our PS2s back then, which allowed us to play basically pirated versions of CDs. So basically everyone and their dog pirated a PS2, okay? And instead of spending $60 on a PS2 game, we spent like $2 only. And with that, so yeah, and that was it. And we would buy hundreds of games, and yeah, so after the PS2 went by, after the PS2 finally ended, everyone went to buy a PS3. Okay, now there was still some software which you could do to download games from the net, from the cloud and stuff like that, pirated games on the PS3. But a lot of people, myself included, just went ahead and bought CDs because that whole other process was way too stressful and but we just went ahead and bought the CDs, the $60 CDs. We didn't care and we didn't think twice about buying an Xbox on Xbox 360 or anything like that. Okay, we just went with Sony because PS2 was great. We bought the PS3. By that point in our lives, we started being able to afford this game, so we bought the PS3 CDs for the PS3, and that just carried on to the PS4, and now it's going to carry on to the PS5. Okay, it's just a way they won the war in Nigeria to start with. But that isn't to say that there's no downsides to piracy or anything like that. There definitely is. Like I said, some people who pirate these things, it ends up not getting the money into the mangaka's pockets, into the animators' pockets and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just can't see the great damage that these people claim it has on the industry, because it's offset by a lot of things. Okay, what you don't get in the TV viewership, it's more than made up for in paraphernalia. Okay, if you think about it, it's basically like Sony and Marvel fighting for Spidey right now. Okay, the thing is, the reason why Sony is fighting so hard to keep the full profits, or more or less, from the cinema viewing, is because Marvel has basically, they take all the money from everything else. The paraphernalia, the Spidey costumes, the Spidey PJs, the Spidey cartoons, Spidey comics, everything else, Spidey, Spidey action figures, all of that. Marvel takes all that money for themselves. And if you think $1 billion in movie revenue is big, you should see what they get from the action figures and stuff like that. That they make billions upon billions from those stuff. Okay, so yeah, it's a lot of money, way more than what you get from TV. So I don't see, or the manga, So in my estimate, okay, even if a lot of people don't read the manga, from the official sites, as long as there are people out there who are selling your merch, people are going to rush your merch, because people prefer to buy merch from the official place anyway. If you have an official store for your shit and it's easy to access, because that's another thing. Okay, if your official merch is only in Japan, I'm sorry, but I'm going to buy the knockoff merch that is sold in my local store. It just how we like convenience as human beings. Okay, that's what we do, and that's just why I said I don't buy into the whole piracy argument thing. But you know, I don't think I made a good enough argument. I think Unique Soros Master, I'm gonna just post it up over my face or something. He made a much better argument, so you should go watch his video on this topic. But yeah, it's just my view. I just don't think piracy is as big a deal as they say people like to claim. Okay, I strongly believe that it does help the industry rather than disrupt it. Okay, like I said, people who pirate shit were never gonna buy that shit anyways. That is the truth of the matter, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's just a fact of life. Okay. Now, there's two types of piracy. Just before I go, this is just one thing I want to clear up, because there's some people who do this. Two types of piracy. Okay, there's the first one, which is, you know, people just pirate shit. They put up your video on another site, and people can just go and watch it. Okay, that's one. Or put up your manga on another site, people can go and read it. And then there's other piracy, which is people take your stuff and go sell it to other people for money. Okay, the second one I feel is more, that one directly takes away from a profit because it's targeting the paying audience. Okay, the audience who would pay for your shit. Now in that case, I think yes, that does severely damage your money, your revenue, or whatever. Okay, but for the others, I'm not really sure. I'm not sold on that idea. Probably a small percentage of them might have bought your stuff, but the majority of people who, you know, pirate stuff, we're never gonna buy it. I just stick by that. That is my view on it. If you don't agree, let me know in the comments. If you do, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, is piracy bringing down the manga industry, the anime industry, whatever? And you know, just before I go, if you're so concerned about the anime industry and the rest, maybe y'all should pay your workers more. You know, give them a steady monthly salary rather than paying them by, you know, the page or the amount of panels or draw. You know, so that your mangakas are not stressed the fuck out. Okay, how about y'all do that rather than coming after us, the rest of us normal people who aren't doing nothing to you? Okay, if you care about your mangakas so much, you know, give them monthly pay. All right, thank you. This is Ren. Oh, before I forget, I was about to remember, if you like this video, remember to subscribe, smash the notification button so you know when another video is coming out. And I am done. I think that's it. I don't think I have much to say on this topic anymore. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And see you all in the next video. This is Ren signing out. And I'm just gonna put this big ass mic down now. Bye.